So I've started stripping out the inside of the TCV to figure out how bad the rust is and what I need to pay some attention on. So, as you see, I've already taken all the seats out. This is what it looks like from the back. The boot floor is pretty good, actually. That seems fine. This is where the real problems start. So this side, let's get this in focus. This side is good around here. That side, not so good. So once I take that seatbelt off, I think basically that whole bottom corner needs replacing. My dad told me this is the seat foam. I thought it was sawdust, but it's seat foam. And then generally, yeah, the floors are not awful, but I mean they'll be usable. But yeah, let's see if we can do a really neat job of it. So I'm going to come along and hoover all this out soon, and I need to get all of that insulation off the toe board, heel board, whatever you call it, toe board. I don't know. To yeah, figure out how bad it is underneath there. But yeah, that's it so far. And then what I'll start to do is on this side is take off this wing so I can see how bad it is. Okay, so this is the extent of it. I don't know what's going on here, whether this is a patch or if this is like a reinforcing panel, because you've got the seatbelt mount coming through there. It might just get the pressure washer out and wash this down, because we've got something else going on here. There's some signs of rust coming through, so I'll blast that back, make sure that's okay. The top looks okay in general. Okay, so this is a little bit more detail. It's the inside. Lots of fresh air. What I did was just clean this up with a bit of a wheel. The main thing I was after doing was just to focus there, was just to get threads cleaned up on this, so I could put some WD-40 on it just to loosen threads. I didn't want to rip out the whole panel. So if you look here though, it looks like there's a whole panel being put in, sandwiched in, presumably is reinforcing for the seatbelt mount. And yeah, that's obviously, well, unfortunately it's caused some rot. Okay, so on this side it's not quite the same story. So we haven't got any rust on this reinforcing panel. There's a little bit just starting between the sandwiching there of the two panels, so I'm going to have to do something here. I guess probably the same thing, peel the bloody plate off and do some welding behind it. But look what I've just found down here. Oh dear. So this is really weird. This is like the inner wheel arch, the sill end, all of that, right straight through. But if I go back round to the other side, the same patch is absolutely fine, and it's got undercoat, it's got wax all on it, which is pretty much sure what my dad had done. So yeah, weird. Right, so this is the mess at the moment. So I've ground back the welds as much as I could. I could do a bit more yet. And then I got to this patch that was on the sill, and I thought, well, it must be really bad underneath there, but it's absolutely fine. I think the main reason is that so that was there. like that, and then I've manhandled it out with a crowbar. You see, this sieve is so thin, like it's basically the same thickness as you know, a palette knife. Yeah, so it's like no instructions about it really. But yeah, I think they did it because you can see that. Yeah, the floor isn't tied into the sill, so I think that's all it is. But, there's a couple of bits I can just see now which look a bit holy in the sill. So I think what we'll do is carry on. We'll get this whole panel out and then repair the sill, and then and there's probably going to be a little patch here, and then we'll come back and fit a repair panel, which I've measured the size, and it's about 1 centimetre after this hole here, so it might even just cover this. I'll have to butt weld it here. I've been told to basically joggle the panels and then drill and puddle weld them, but I mean for this one I might just butt weld it just to get rid of all this. It'd be nice. Front edge here, what I did was remove all of the sound insulation with just a heat gun and a palette knife, wherever I put that there. And yeah, and it's actually really good underneath. So it's a bit hard to see, but basically this is all solid enough. And then I think, you know, it's all beginning to come back to me now. I think there's this flange here, and I think a chunk of it is missing from here over to the sill, probably, where it's just and it's just rusted off the bottom there. So this is the carnage. So yeah, so this piece here was in there, sandwiched underneath this seam here, seam welded along here. It wasn't even connected to that at all. And then this mystery up here, my light so you can see, this mystery up here is what's left of the floor. So this bit I'm not sure about yet, but you've got the toe board should have a flange on it here. It's missing, and then there should be a panel underneath it which also connects to that, and that's missing. There's like yeah, you can see there's basically nothing less. Now this bit, I have my suspicions that this is bodged in afterwards. Don't know. Could be some kind of reinforcing, but I seriously doubt it. Right, back here we've got one cross member, which doesn't look awful, I suppose. Yeah, I mean it's not great, but it's not awful. Yeah, maybe we'll have to do don't know, maybe we'll have to buy that or something. I don't know, weld on a new one. So I'm not too worried about this part of the floor, the missing square. I'm ever so slightly worried about the bottom of the heel board there. Not too sure what to do with that. And I am still figuring out what's going on with this. I think the fact that it's just, I don't know, more of this crap, and it had a load of, if I've got still got that, oh yeah. It had this amount of silicone on top of it. I think this is another French repair. Let's have a look if we can see underneath. Yeah, so you can see this. That's the chassis there. there's like an inch gap. Then there's this plate, which is, I don't know, I think it's like poorly tacked. Yeah, so this is another French patch. So we'll get rid of this as well. So what causes all this rot down here, and for it to get inside at heel board and cause all that rot? I would love for people to say what they think it is. My thought is this part here, which is, I think, the worst part of a 2CV design ever, is this bonnet hinge. And I'm wondering whether it's just rot along there, and it's, you know, you can see here and there there's holes, whether it's got through there or whether it's got through the vent flap underneath the windscreen. Yeah, basically whether it's gone through there and then it would go down the A pillar and then end up in that box section. I don't know. Does that sound plausible? I don't know. Who knows? Down there and then end up inside there, maybe? I don't know. Or is it just off the road wheel? I don't know. Just collecting mud up there. Once it rots out, I don't know. So that's what she looks like after removing the patch. And this is the inside of the sill. Nice big hole there. This is looking a bit knackered there. Yeah. Not great, is it? Anyway, it's all repairable.